Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. When we last left off, we dove into the crater in the side of the mountain that we had gotten to previously that we can climb in, and figured out what happened to the survivors, the alphas, and Elizabeth. So without further ado, let's jump back in. Okay. We just need to pick up the master registry. Which is more than the alpha registry. Master override, that's what it is.
Master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Should be easy. Easy enough. Alright, let's get out of this fucking tomb. This is probably gonna go bad, right? Oh, okay. Would have been perfect opportunity for Hades just to kill me like the alphas, but luckily Ted didn't program that in. I can't believe he thought that, like, just because humans didn't have previous information that they were going to be, like, better. He's obviously never studied history. I'm not saying, like, humans are perfect now, but they're a lot better than they were 2,000 years ago, you know what I mean? At least maybe, I don't know, I wasn't around. I'm assuming.
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Very helpful information.
Keep holding, keep holding.
Do I go this way now? Wait. Hold on. Okay, we did get these, and what's this one? Dervahl. Oh, there's only 3 more. Cool. 3 more things. I think we go this way, because there's like a handhold here. Maybe. Oh wait, there's one right there. Literally a light beam on it, and I couldn't see it. They could have, like, painted these yellow too. I know it doesn't really make sense, but, like, neither does the white grapes. Probably gonna be a fiery uncharted explosion. Any moment now. Oops. Here we go. Gonna climb my way up and get murdered, I'm sure.
You're here.
Hey, he showed
For a
up.
moment,
He's real, he's not Hades.
our journey together has come to an end, Aloy.
Oh, he
But
came for
before I
the
go,
master registry.
I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Okay.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability.
Involved by
The
leading
truth
them?
is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
Like a terraformer?
Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems.
I'm glad she remembers.
Hades
I
wants to
didn't.
send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
Okay, good. I was say I would be real pissed if Silence is the only bad guy.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead.
Deathbringer.
It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice.
God damn it, Silence.
So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines.
To test
But
if
the
it
Spire
succeeded.
was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway.
Gee, thanks.
I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
I mean, I have an idea. I don't think she has an idea.
And the Shadow Carja? How did they become involved?
The Carja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes.
Why do you care, Aloy?
Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate
I
to
guess she
win
lost
back Holy
Rost.
Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
It's interesting to me that whenever Silence found the focus, and maybe this is just because of what age they were, he was like, ooh, I'm learning knowledge and hidden ancient tomes of mathematics nobody's ever seen the likes of before, and science. And Ayla's like, I shoot good now. I'm like, okay. I mean, I think that, I guess she was a child, he was an adult, but still.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes, but we're a few more. Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes, I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
You set up that SMB?
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late?
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you, System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl?
Okay.
Why would Hades bother with that?
After all this
But then I
time,
saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success.
never
The
helped
rest,
me.
as they used to say, is history.
I mean, people have done far worse things than that for the sake of knowledge, so I think it's okay.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy,
He is really, but
I would do it all again. A few more safeguards,
you're not supposed to
perhaps,
say that,
but
Silence.
basically the same.
Really. So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, let me just do that for you.
Silence!
Look at that big bag.
Where will you go?
Elsewhere and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Oh. I can fix him. Wait, come back. I can fix him. Oh, shit. Oh, here we go.
I traveled far to find you.
First meeting.
I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it? Entity is not known. I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine? Define timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sundom's reign. Define Carja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Carja. Now that's more like it.
Hate frame. Intercepted transition.
Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing? Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
Ooh.
How
Need to compress it more.
inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
Wow, what a dick. Dick
They're
robot.
coming.
Dick AI.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Very
Did Araman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
He told him a lot.
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of
It
prophecy?
didn't take a lot of
An
convincing.
army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
I was gonna say Silence couldn't have gotten him a voice modulator to make him sound a little bit better, but like honestly that's probably what they think God sound like, so. Hey, what's this? Stick it on there. Hopefully this does more than 25 damage to enemies. Oh, she really just like shoved it on top. Recovered a powerful weapon. Silences Lance. Open quest menu. Go to the Palace of the Sun. Okay. Did we get all of the data points? We sure did. Beautiful. And this is probably the end. And then this is all over the world. We might go through and find those some point. We got a skill, but I don't think we can spend anything. It's funny because we got the achievement for getting all the skills, but I guess these don't count, the traveler skills, which is good to know. If you're trying to fast track that achievement, I guess. Okay, before we go to Meridian,
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
yeah, he won't defend that. And he's not gonna see that as more important either. Like, he'll be like, I don't care. Before we do that, though, we should go and get this power armor, right? Why is it not... Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see. Where are we? This is trip number 3. Into this hole. No, you almost jumped off the cliff. Water. Oh, this is probably Elizabeth's home. Huh, I didn't even think about that. This will be helpful with getting the 2 other Hunter's Lodge things too.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Oh, I need 2.
Just one more.
I thought I had them all. I thought we had them all, so never mind. We're going to Meridian.
I thought Sun King Avad was sitting on his hands, but he got the prince out with help from his spies.
It's me, the spies.
Oseram that tried to kill our Sun King? Traitors, the whole tribe of them.
You would think with all the powerful friends that we have that we would have like collected some focuses and given, like we had a whole bunker full of focuses. We should have done like, I'm gonna run these over to my friends real quick just to be able to stay in touch with them. Should I check with the Hunter's Lodge, see if I can buy anything? I think I have to have all the things at least attempted, right? Yeah, I think so. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I gotta talk to your king. I know it's the middle of the night, but the sun waits for no man. That still works. Remember when I was here last night to find those glint hawks? Man, that was no fun, right? Am I right?
Sure as the sun's rising.
Oh, he just happens to be in his throne. Sorry, couldn't hope with notice there was grass growing in your stonework. Hey, Vod, what's up, my homie?
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A
Bad
threat.
news.
Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but
She is
my
speaking kind of
responsibility
fast.
lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Oh, I'm just
Aloy.
giving commands to your army now?
Allow me to apologize for my behavior before.
Mm-hmm.
After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused.
Yes. Very.
If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death,
Bert, don't hit
I'd prefer
on me
to do
again.
so with your forgiveness.
Well,
Then you have it.
okay.
As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm
Surprised you wasn't
glad that's
off with
behind
your
us.
head.
Now,
Yeah, let's never talk about
it
it
will take time to
again.
prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Also, like, he's like 30 and she's 19. Problematic age gap. Completely. Am I talking to him?
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
No.
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Well, I thought we were gonna talk because you're like, let's talk, and then you're like, no. Oh, repaired. Hey, these are all repaired. Oh, wait. This one's not. This one's not. This one's repaired. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship bridges and those cheery old SF vids. Living spaces for Alpha's already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge. Plenty of room for workspaces and resident blocks. The work crews, I can't read today. The work crews already set up my office lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Marie's intention was to ensconce me as well as all-seeing presence. Ugh. Opposite effect. It makes me feel watched on display, tempted to paint it over. That was where we found the Alpha registry. Harry is, according to his presentation yesterday, suitably bleak, scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, hollow theaters, and first resident block at ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates behind held outside Tucson, 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pac Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be, snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours sleep here, then fly back to ZD site. Harry's promised delivery of QB lattices by noon, except MK1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6T grounding. From there, I'll spin her up past 1T, wondering how long it'll take to break the 1.38T record. MIE can go hang sleep. Right. There's a lot of interestingness. I guess this will just kind of like repair with time. I don't know if it's with time or with objectives, you know what I mean? And I'm guessing we just have to keep like checking back in. It repaired the last one first, which is interesting. This is 11/19/64. 65, 66, 64. I don't know if that's in-game time or if it's objective, so let's find out by doing another one.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
Oh, hey.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
Wow.
For me.
Little me.
Don't be so humble.
Savior of the world. Born to save the world, might I add?
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us.
Oh, yeah. They're
You're
cool.
welcome to tour the defenses.
Oh, I will.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose.
They're also
A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will.
They're not savage, they're just protective.
I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you.
Oh.
You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Cool. So what do we have to do? Review preparations at the ridge, review preparations at the spire. Cool. I guess we'll do all of that. So we completed an objective. Okay. Okay, so we got another one. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 4300 or 0430 at 4:30 in the morning. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan, but the truth is I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. They were friends. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about the alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the alphas. NATO replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's long, all right? I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. The stanza or couplet or whatever leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, with all its hopes and future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by NATO's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson's pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. How fortunate that they sat down and they're like, I don't really have time for anything, but I am gonna write some journal entries for the last days. Because, is this the one we just read? It's not what I would do. Like, even if I just go on, vacation, I forget to do anything productive. I don't remember, I keep a dream journal, I don't remember to do that. I keep a book journal, don't remember to do that. They're literally, watching the world end, and they're like, oh yeah, I guess I should write down what I'm feeling right now. Another one. Oh wait, this is the one we just read. If we've gotten all of the optional allies, sorry, I kind of read ahead on this just because I don't want to miss skippable achievements. If we've successfully done all of them, which I think we have, there should be 13 people waiting for us.
Bolin's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Yeah, lots of things. Maybe not yet with the sleeping. I never use these anymore because I just fast travel down. This is kind of cool. Good time of the day for it, too. And they put so much work into, like, the effects of it. It would be cool if it fell fast enough to where you kind of float a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. I guess that would be hard to work out. Just, like, smash into it. Get squished by the doors. Anybody ever get squished in those doors? That'd be bad. Okay. Looks like this one's closer. I don't know that we've ever actually gone to the spire. What do we have? Probably get some healing while we're out here. This is the west city wall.
Stirring up tensions.
Have you just
I'm keeping my eyes
polished
open.
that armor, Uvit?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
Nora was there to protect the Sun King.
Nothing.
What on earth
Out with
were
it,
the
woman.
Vanguard doing?
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
There's a lot going on out here. I want to get the crate.
I had to take over my
Hey, Deb.
brother's shift today.
Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
Hell yeah.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
Nice.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy?
Am I fighting a war?
When you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
We're all gonna die,
She
actually.
didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
The only justice
like,
Dervahl
mark off how
deserves
many there
is
are.
at the tip of a spear.
Do I need to talk to all of them? I
There are
guess
no
so.
shadows under the
Oh.
noonday sun.
Got another one. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. Hey, it's Halloween today. I know this isn't Halloween, was Monday, but I'm recording this on Halloween. Which is why there's probably been dog barks, and I apologize. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out of there to G Prime for final inspections with Harry's and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though, I guess I shouldn't complain. Man, they seriously could have just been like, oopsie, the door closed, and not let him back in. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the epochs, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harry stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan. I don't know what that is. About to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The news is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. I guess that's all of them. I don't know. One of them's a voice recording. Okay. Cool. Yeah, every time you complete a thing, it... Oops. Hey, Petra.
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
They didn't put up much of a fight. What am I doing? What am I? Oh, these targets. Oh, I dropped it. My bad. I am so sorry.
Luck's with me.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Okay. Okay, I missed. Don't count that one.
Range is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Pretty good.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
But, I mean, doesn't mean we can't be friends. If you know what I
How
mean.
many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Lucid?
From the Battle of the Dawn? As many as I have
Can be.
Hey,
I
what's-
love it when you say things like that. It's so
Well, I don't like to
cheerful.
Can I talk to these guys?
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan
Welcome.
again.
Ooh,
I'm with you, Aloy.
hopefully he's alive.
Until the end.
Hey, what's up?
Geneva. They called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed.
There's
Didn't
only
take
3.
much convincing.
Or 2.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side.
You're scary.
May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
They scare me. They scare me a lot.
That's a nice spear.
I'm
Lucid.
guessing they won't shut up until I talk to them.
I like the way you grip it.
Who's this?
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle.
Okay, good.
If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I
Nice.
can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow
about
still
your
meet for a
dad?
moment.
Is he
Every
upset?
dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle.
Yes.
By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
What is
Thank you, Elita.
It's just a health potion.
Be safe.
I'm gonna need it.
Close to the
Oh,
Sun King.
antidotes.
The
Interesting.
Oseram Guard will be blaming their shadows for their
Let's see. Who else do we got? That's Petra.
Always stay bright.
Alita,
Always stay
without her father yet again. She probably ran away. Alright, you two, you can shut
Little
up now.
Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am.
So
We've
many
only met
women
a few
are hitting
times,
on
and
me.
yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
You think I'm hot?
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy.
Okay.
I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you,
Well,
but
I mean, like,
that was only half the
rehabilitation
truth.
should be a goal.
I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Meridian.
Can I talk to your... to Uthid?
Aloy?
At
Uthid?
ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again.
No.
Still
Close,
surrounded by a
kinda
dozen
messed up.
guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well.
Oh, thank you
Although,
for nodding.
I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me, like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
She likes
No.
you.
I accept it. Well then,
That's a creepy ass smile.
Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Alright, is there anybody else over here that we need to talk to? We talked to Geneva, we talked to Nil, we didn't talk to Nil. Hold on.
Is the war well and truly over?
Nil. My man. Look who's here.
Nil?
Aloy.
Found you a fight
They
to
told
fight.
me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal. Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy.
Duel?
If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this.
Exactly.
The wait before blood is shed. Like the scrape of a blade across
You're
your
welcome.
teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
You're welcome. Could have just killed you in a boring old duel. How do you think that? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, did I count? Did I count Petra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, that's where we're gonna end today's episode. Lots of talking, I know. I was kind of hoping we would get another thing, but I don't think we did. So, hopefully next time we'll do that. We're gonna go talk to the other group of people over by the spire next time. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time.